Hello, today we will discuss the GSM architecture. In this GSM architecture, we have three major components, that is mobile station, that is this one. We have BSS, that is base station subsystem, and the network subsystem, that is NSS. So these are the three major components of GSM architecture. In the mobile station, we have first one, that is mobile equipment, and in that equipment, that is SIM, subscriber identity module. In base station subsystem, we have following components. The first one is BTS, that is base transceiver station. It is actually the uh, tower unit which we installed at different locations. The next we have the base station controller. This base station controller control one or different BTS. It controls the different BTS. These are the BTS that is going to controlled by a BSC, that is base station controller. In the network subsystem, we have first is MSC, that is mobile service switching center, which actually do the process of switching between different cellular networks and different landline networks such as PSTN, ISDN, PSPDN and CSPDN. The another important is that is HLR, that is home location register. Next one is visitor location register. We have authentication center in MSC and equipment identity register in MSC. In these three major units, we have different interfaces between them. The first interface is interface, which is actually between a BTS and a mobile equipment. This is an air interface. Between any mobile unit and a BTS. The another interface that exists between a BTS and a BSC. This interface allow control of equipment and radio frequency. It is actually the interface which allow the control of equipment and radio frequency in that subsystem. The next important interface is the A interface, which actually exists between a BSC, a BSC and a MSC. This is the A interface which actually bifurcate these two units. This A interface allow communication between these two systems. So we have three interfaces. First one was interfaces. Interface, it is actually an air interface. We have ABIS interface, which allow control of equipment and radio frequency, and A interface, which actually allow communication between a BSC and a MSC. Now the GSM architecture, as we have just discussed, have three major subsystems. That is, first one is mobile station, then we have base station subsystem, then we have network and switching subsystem. Among these we have interfaces, that is wireless link interface between MSC and BTS, which is a part of BSS. That is your UM interface we have just discussed. Next we have many BTS are controlled by a base station controller. Now different BTS mean these tower units. This is a BTS are being controlled by a single BSC, that is base station controller. This BTS actually allocates in a single cell. We have actually divided our geographical region into different cells. These are hexagonal shaped cells, and these cells have their own BTSs, that is tower unit. These are BTS, and these BTS are controlled by BSC, that is base station controller. Now the first important unit is the mobile station. A mobile station communicate across the air interface, that we all know, that is air interface exists between them, with the base station transceiver in the same cell in which the mobile subscriber unit is located. Actually, for example, we have a mobile unit in a particular area which is actually divided into number of cell. We are taking a cell in that geographic area. It has a BTS, and we have a one user, that is mobile station. So this mobile station actually first of all communicate with this BTS, then this BTS allow the communication with other users. The MS communicates the information with the user and modified it to transmission protocols if the air interface to communicate with the BSS. Now these communication actually allows by following all transmission protocols, that is the communication between two users. The user voice information is interfaced with mobile station through a microphone and speaker for the speech keyword, and this information can be generated by a microphone, speaker, by any short message, keypad information. Any information can be transmitted through by this user. The MS has two elements. The first important element is the mobile equipment, which we have just discussed. It is the physical device. This is the mobile equipment. This is the physical device which comprises of transceivers, digital signal processors, and antennas. This mobile equipment have all these electronic components. The second important element of the MSC is the GSM, is the subscriber identity module, that is your SIM used in these mobile equipment. This SIM card is unique to the GSM system and it has a memory of 32 KB. Now the next important system is base station subsystem. A base station subsystem consists of base station control and one or more base receiver stations. We have just discussed that each BTS is getting controlled by a one BSC, and this BTS is actually allocated in different cells, and this cell radius can be 100 meter to 35 kilometer depending upon its conditions, geographic conditions. It can be a plain area, it can be a hilly area, it can be a mountainous. So these radiuses will vary depending upon the geographic environment. The base station controller may be connected with the BTS. It may control multiple BTS unit. It may control multiple BTS unit, hence multiple cells. Actually, each cell contain one BTS unit. So a BSC actually control number of BTS or number of cells. Now the last we have a interface that exists between a BTS and a BSC, that is your A-base interface that we have just discussed. Now the next important section in this GSM architecture is network and switching subsystem. A network switching subsystem actually connects different networks. For example, we have to connect a PSTN network, ISDN network, data network to any mobile user. So actually this network switching center connects these network to a particular cellular system. In this network and switching subsystem, actually NSS is responsible for the network operation. It provides link between the cellular network and the public switch telecommunicates networks. The NSS control handoffs. The important point, it actually control the handoff. Handoff mean when any user moves from one cell to another cell. For example, in a geographic region we have a mobile user is traveling. It is actually moving from one cell to another cell. This cell will have its own BTS and own frequency, and this cell has its own BTS and different frequency. Actually it is BTS. So these two cells have different frequency, and a mobile user is actually traveling from this cell to this cell number 1 to cell number 2. So this mobile user has to hand off this particular frequency which is using its, then it has to adopt the new frequency which is actually the frequency of the cell number 2. So it has to give out the frequency of cell number 1 and adopt the frequency of cell number 2. This process of handoff, this process of adopting a new frequency is called a handoff process. Is called a handoff process when a mobile user gives out some frequency and adopt a new frequency. So this is actually a handoff process which is controlled by the network and switching subsystem. This system, network and switching subsystem, actually had different subparts, that is mobile switching center, home location register, visitor location center, authentication center, equipment register, identity registers. That is, next one is networking functions, interworking functions. The NSS has one hardware, mobile switching center, and 4 different database elements. These 4 database elements are, that is home locator register, visitor location register, equipment identity register, and we have authentication center. So these are different databases that is used in the MSC, or we can say network and switching subsystem. So these are the 4 databases which actually used in the system. MSC basically perform the switching function. It actually connects the call one cellular system to the any another public switching telecommunication network, or one cellular system to another cellular system. So all these switching function is actually be done by the MSC. MSC basically performs the switching function of the system by controlling calls to and from the telephone and data systems. It includes functions such as network interfacing and common channel signaling. So these are the functions of the major units of a GSM architecture, which include your mobile station, then we have base station subsystem, and we have network and switching subsystem. Thank you.